Hi guys, today I'm going to be reviewing Come to Daddy. This is a horror comedy mystery. It originally came out in the theaters February 7th and it was just released on Amazon Prime as of May 23rd. This is a cool dark comedy starring Elijah Wood. Elijah Wood is a 30-something-year-old artist, kind of musician living in LA who has not seen his father in about 30 years, and he gets a note from his father that he wants to reconnect up at his father's remote cabin over by the woods and the water. So that's kind of the setup of this premise. This is directed by Ant Timpson, who's a New Zealand director. Not actually many directing credits, but he's got a lot of producing credits, and he also runs the Incredibly Strange Film Festival in New Zealand, which is kind of a festival that is dedicated to fringe, grindhouse, super bizarre, outskirts cinema. And this film is really unique in that it seems like Ant Timpson is using all of those influences and kind of packaging them together in a very refreshing and new way. If you like dark comedy, and you are okay with this, really gets fully into its R rating, this is really something special to see. Elijah Wood is really fantastic in this role. He goes through such a range of different colors in this. He starts off as, very kind of shy and nervous about seeing his father, rightfully so. He hasn't seen his father in 30 years. And his father is pretty much a full-blown alcoholic at this time. And Elijah Wood actually had been recovering from being an alcoholic himself. And so he's beginning to try to connect with his father. And then he goes through all of these different wonderful beats in this film as it takes turns that you just really can't expect on this. I mean, it reminds me a lot of the Coen brothers in terms of some of the quirky moments and the odd characterization, and then it also goes into Tarantino land with some of the gore and the violence that happens in this film. Another thing is, and I really don't want to do any spoilers on this, is that it has a sense of, you think you know where this film might be going, and it takes a lot of turns that is quite cool. It reminded me a little bit of the film Parasite, like that, whereas you kind of think that we're going in this one direction, and then all of a sudden, going down below, there's something new that comes out of this film. So super fun to see that. It was really unexpected. And overall, I think that Ant Timpson, I mean, this directing is, I could tell from the very beginning that this guy had a lot of control over what he was saying, the shots, the sequencing of this is really someone who really seems to understand the language of cinema, and the being able to use a lot of different references that this film comes up with. It's really exciting. It's an hour and a half long, so it really is. The beginning of the film is a little bit slow in pace, but once it kind of kicks in, I had no idea what to expect from this film. There was moments where I was laughing at things that you should not be laughing at, which is like the very definition of dark comedy, is when it is inappropriate and you're laughing at it. But this was really a gem. Elijah Wood is so good in this. All of the acting across the board is really solid in this. It's super quirky, offbeat, really a gem. I totally recommend this. I'm going to give this an A rating on this, because this is really unique and super fun. And if you like offbeat and if you have a dark sense of humor, I'm going to recommend this for you. So that's my review for Come to Daddy, and I'm going to be coming with some more reviews, so be sure to stay tuned, and I'll talk to you guys later.